Mayor John Cooper is here with us now, and Mayor, Nashville has been through so much in the year of 2020. We start off with the tornado, then the pandemic, now an explosion in the middle of downtown.
Still a week to go, but that's right. It's been Nashville's hardest year. But as for the explosion, got great people working on it. We'll get to the bottom of it. It seems intentional, but I think it's just a one-off event. We shouldn't jump to conclusions, and people should not be concerned about it. But in a year that has had everything else, let's add an explosion to it.
So you got to tour the damage. Can you kind of describe what you saw downtown?
Well, it's a whole lot of broken glass.
Glass? Who gives a shit about glass?
The facades of our beautiful historic buildings on 2nd Avenue are still intact. But there is a lot of glass damage, and there'll be a lot of window damage. I'm sure people want to go back and check the structural integrity of all of those valuable historic buildings to Nashville.
The structural integrity.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
And it is hard to see, so much kind of, glass.
Glass?
It looks like all the floors on the inside of it are at least the part that I can see are gone. You can see right in there, it looks like just a giant canyon with everything kind of collapsed down below it.
Debris, some of the trees clearly are going to be affected by this.
And there's a giant hole in the side of this, the AT&T Switch Hub building.
This is a great city, and we've had our hardest year, and are we all excited about 2021? I'm just a week away. That's going to be great. That's going to be a great.
Is something funny, asshole?
Changing of the calendar. But let's today on Christmas particularly look at each other and value them, hold them close, and realize that we're all getting through this together. This is a great city. It's not Nashville's first explosion. This is the only explosion that's going to happen in Nashville today.
Is something funny, asshole?
The dramatic thing, if you were closer, is the broken water mains do lend a certain drama to the scene.
Remember, we're the wet bandits. Wet bandits.
If people want attention and publicity, sometimes they think that they can come here to get it. It's not just New York and Los Angeles. It can be Nashville, too.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
But it's a great day for holding your family close. This feels a little bit like a tragedy. So you hate to use that word, but yeah, a tragedy. It possibly was unnecessary.
Do
you know what possibly means?
Like probably?
No, probably means there's a good chance that we're gone. Possibly means we might not.
A tragedy. It possibly was unnecessary, and I mean, I think people will view that it was not an accident. But it was grateful that not more people were around. If this was, it would be a different message if it was, 5 p.m. on a Friday.
Closing of Nashville bars and limiting regular maximum seating at all Nashville restaurants.
Has there been any talk about relief funds from the city?
Good question. Good question.
Is something funny, asshole?
I do think it is something that insurance does cover pretty well. So
I want to tell them what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?